Well, it is the diet craze known as keto. Coming up, we take a look at the keto diet, how it started, and how you can cook with it.
Last December, we learned about an obscure diet consisting mainly of fats that benefited some kids with difficult to control seizures. The only institution that champions this diet is Johns Hopkins Hospital. Their dietitian, Mrs. Millicent Kelly, former dietitian in charge of Johns Hopkins Nutrition Clinic, has been perfecting the ketogenic diet for over 40 years.
So that is Oscar winner Meryl Streep back in 1994. She was explaining the ketogenic diet, and this keto diet, as it would become known, was first introduced to help children with epilepsy. As time has gone by, people have begun to discover other benefits of practicing the keto diet. The biggest one, of course, is weight loss. Now, we're obviously not doctors, so we can't speak to the science or health behind it, but what we can tell you is two things. First, the keto diet is everywhere right now. It's on magazine covers, TV shows like what you're seeing now, and there are numerous documentaries about this subject. Second, one look at social media at some keto transformations will leave anyone just wanting to know more about what the heck this is. So that was us, and here we are. So we wanted to round up a couple tidbits about this keto craze. Our friend Dr. Oz describes it like this. The keto diet is a high-fat, low-carb diet. Your body needs energy, so it burns stuff to make that energy. The keto diet does something that tricks your body into burning the stuff that you don't want anymore. You burn fat instead of carbs for energy. Think of carbs as getting power from a wire that's plugged into a wall outlet. That outlet is the food that we just ate. It's new power. And think of fat as getting power from a battery that you wear around your waist or on your butt or on your hips all the time. And power that was made long ago, and it's just settled there and it's waiting to be used. That's the stuff that you want to start burning. So with the keto diet, you eat stuff that encourages your body to get that energy from the battery, the stuff you want to get rid of. It's super basic, but that's the idea behind the keto diet. So now that we know the basics, we wondered, with all that fat, what are some good, healthy options to consume? For that, we're going to send it out to Rachel in the kitchen with Chef Gerard to help us figure it out. Rachel.
I mean, Sean, you gotta love a diet where you can have crispy fried chicken. We are here with Chef Gerard. How are you doing?
Excellent. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great, but you're living proof that keto works because you've lost, is it over 35 pounds?
36 pounds and on keto, just all working with the right fat. So I want to kind of talk about that today. If you look, like, this is a typical keto meal for me. I've got some great tomato salad, I got some fried chicken, I got some slaw, and people are like, well, how do you do fried chicken?
How do you do fried chicken on a diet?
Here I've got some chicken that's been breaded in pork rinds, gone into egg yolks, back into the pork rinds.
Okay, wait a second. Breaded in pork rinds. Can you show me the pork rinds? Because I was like, okay, so that's like really fattening, but actually pork rinds aren't that fattening.
No, there's more protein in that bag than fat, and it's a matter of what type of fat you use. Like, for example, we have some bad fats here: corn oil, sunflower. Ketogenics doesn't matter what type of fat you put in your diet. You could drink this and your body's going to produce ketones, but it's highly inflammatory. So we want to talk about good fats. In the morning, I start off with, you may have heard of bulletproof coffee or whatever, little high-speed blender and some coffee with some MCT oil. Later on in the day, if I'm making my salads, I'm using olive oil, which is great for cold preparations, but it becomes very carcinogenic if you heat it up. So I use, in this dish, this is a red Malaysian palm oil. You can see that color.
Nice.
This is from Malaysia. It's very sustainable.
And you can eat lots of cheese. I'm a cheese girl. I love cheese.
You can eat tons of cheese,
right?
So we have sustainable oils, right? This is great with vitamin A, vitamin E, tocotrienols, heart health, brain health, high heat. I mean, this thing is, woof, this is like a blast furnace.
That looks really good, actually.
So,
I don't think I've ever had a pork rind in my life, but that looks really crispy. And
smell that. That's heaven. One of the downfalls of ketogenic diets that everyone always gets on me is, well, where do you get your fiber? All you're doing is eating fat, you're eating cheese, you're eating sticks of butter. You know, the ketogenics, we have 18 to 2,000 calories of sugar in us any day, and you could exhaust that real quick, but we have unlimited stores of fat. to help move that along, you need some extra fiber. So here we have, kale, we have carrots, we have tomatoes. They're all high in fiber. We want 25 to 35 grams of fiber easily a day, but we're all fiber deficient. Every American that I've ever met is at least missing that by 35 to 45%. So in my dressing, I use this product, it's called Regular Girl. It's got prebiotics and probiotics. It's non-bloating, it doesn't give you gas. If I'm doing hot or coffee applications, I use a product called Sunfiber. This is not to be confused with your grandmother's old fiber where you're like, oh my God, I can't, what did I just, yeah, right, that orange mucky stuff. You could stir this into your husband's coffee or your kids' milkshakes. They'll never know the difference, but you gotta get that diet healthy.
Right.
So here I have a little fiber Regular Girl. I've got mayonnaise, which is very ketogenic.
Wow.
I lived in the Caribbean for years, so I love hot, spicy peppers, so I mix that in there just to give it a little depth. Some garlic, you can use chopped, you can do paste, whatever.
So the biggest difference, I was asking too, I'm like, well, because Atkins is very much low carb too, but the difference between Atkins and keto is?
Atkins is more protein forward, keto is more fat forward.
Both carbs are bad, but you eat more protein with Atkins and more fat with keto.
And ketogenics.
Ooh, look at that. That's your recipe right there.
Oh, there it is.
Look at that.
It looks a little frightening when you're like, oh my God, there's 32 grams of fat in there. But when you realize that your body has no carbohydrates to have to process and hold on to water weight to move it through and everything, you just unlock this, your body's this unlimited potential of fat to just burn and fuel. Ask my wife. She'll say, good God, slow down, you have too much energy. I am just wound for sound on this diet.
Well, listen, we see all of it. We're glad it's worked for you. It's working for a lot of people too. So we'll have all the information on our website, including the recipe, which, by the way, smells delicious, guys. Over to you.